Good Tuesday morning. Hope you are doing well. A guten Erev Yom Tov to all. There's a tradition we are very familiar with that 4 times a year we get together in our shuls to say Yizkar, to remember loved ones that are no longer here with us physically. It originated actually on Yom Kippurim. Later on, at some point, the custom developed that any day where we end the Kriyat Torah, the reading of the Torah, with the words Ish kematnat Yado, the Torah is talking about coming to Jerusalem for the festivals and bringing gifts. And the Torah tells us that based on your ability, you bring those gifts. Ish, a person, kematnat Yado, based on his abilities, the gifts that he has in his hand. So once we read that verse that relates to giving a gift, for us today that's tzedakah. So we commit to giving tzedakah, and then we turn to the Almighty in prayer that in the merit of that tzedakah, Kadosh Baruch Hu should remember our relatives, the neshamas of those relatives. And we are actually stating that if they would be here with us today, they would be giving those gifts, so we are giving it for them. And that is a merit, a zchut, for those neshamot. There was a rabbi who lived in a city in Hungary called Bonihad, most probably not pronouncing it the way I should, but Bonihad, Hungary, which is somewhere in southwest Hungary. The name of this rabbi was Rabbi Eliezer Deitch. He lived about 150 years ago. And he was asked a question about individuals who are living in small villages where they did not have a minyan. Can they say Yizkor? And his answer is absolutely they could. It's not what we call a davar shebikdusha. These are not words that require the minyan, but rather it's a form of prayer, of commitment to giving tzedakah. There is no question in his mind that Yizkar does not need, a quorum does not need a minyan, and it could be said at home when we are unfortunately alone. And that's what we're going to be doing this year. We're going to remember to light the Yizkar candle. We're going to remember to commit bli neder, to giving the tzedakah, which is the main detail, the main ingredient in a successful Yizkar. But also remember that the words of Yizkar are, you give based on your ability. And for the Almighty, if you give what you can, that's considered valuable. And there's no doubt in my mind that for us this year, what we could give is not with the minyan. What we could give is not with the Kriyat Torah, but what we could give and the way we perform what we are required to do is by being home, not with the congregation. But that is what we could give, and that is what is valuable to the Almighty. That is what is dear to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Our prayers, this Chag, our Yizkor this Chag, is valuable because we're giving what we can, and this is what we can do. There's no question in my mind that by doing it and recognizing that this is the right thing to do, it is valuable to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The commitment to tzedakah is valuable, and the neshamas indeed will benefit from our words we're going to be saying in our own houses. May this be a meaningful Chag. May we find meaning with all the challenge, with all the news that we have to deal with. But let's find a way of being happy because we have inherited this incredible tradition. We are grateful to those who provided us the education, provided us a commitment and a link to the past, and be proud of who we are. And Bezrat Hashem, we know very well there's a good future waiting for us. So we're going to go ahead and deal with today to the best of our ability, Ish kematnat Yado, and merit to hear good news. Chag Sameach to all. All the best.